Hey everyone, this is Sketchbook I started in 2015, the year I graduated. I used to drive every day in it, and I just want to take a trip down memory lane. So let's go. Here's the first drawing I did of Hal Jordan from DC Comics, the Green Lantern. I always liked his powers with the ring. He always was pretty cool to me. On the next page, I drew Raphael from TMNT, always the hot-headed one in the group. He never was really my favorite. I liked Michelangelo at first, and then now my favorite is Donatello, because he's like the smartest, and I consider myself smart. So, yeah. Next we got Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe. I never really watched the show growing up. I know it's a classic like Thundercats, but I never really got into it. I never even watched the live action movie either, so I don't know. I know it's weird, but I never did get into it. Next we have, oh man, the Shredder from TMNT. Man, this version of him, the 2003 version, was always my favorite because he was like pure evil. Like, he wasn't no joke. Nobody wasn't messing with him. And they always thought they had killed him. He would always come back, which was crazy. But the twist was he was actually an Utrom. And the whole time, we always thinking he was a human. And that was crazy. When I was younger, when I first seen it, I was like, dang, he a Utrom? He ain't even human? It's like, what the heck? But it makes sense why he couldn't die. And then next, I drew Leonardo jumping out of a sewer. I found this picture on Google, I believe, back in 2015. And yeah, I always liked him because he was like the leader of the group and how he would command everything, you know. He had his own faults too, but I just liked it. His character growth, especially in the 2003 version, how he grew as a character. He was always cool to me. And I love the double katanas he used. Man, those were sick. And then, I think this is from Sword Art Online, if I'm not mistaken. I watched a little bit of it when it first released. I forgot this guy's name, but I thought he looked so cool. That's why I drew him. And it's supposed to be like smoke, like around him, like smoke clouds. Yeah, when I was drawing them. But those details are insane. I was heavy into sketching at the time. And next, we have one of my most favorite drawings of all time. I feel like I can't replicate this one ever again. It's Sun from Princess Mononoke. It's a Ghibli movie. Well, I'm pretty sure all of you know Studio Ghibli. It's one of my most favorite animated, I want to say it's a cartoon, but animated movies of all time. But my most favorite is Spirited Away. But this is like my second favorite. I just like the details I did in it. And I did this all in color pencil. Yeah, I went crazy on that one. Like the hair and the mask and the shadows, and man, it just like it pop off the page, man. Like, that's so sick. Oh yeah, and rest in peace to Akira Toriyama. He really inspired me to start drawing in the first place, because man, he's a legend, man. Known all around the world. Everybody knows what Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z is. They should by now. Like, man, the Saiyans, Planet Namek, the Dragon Balls, Shenron, Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan. Trunks was always my favorite because he came from the future, and man, this show was just timeless, man. I got a lot of them on DVD. I used to watch it on VCR back in the day when it first came out. Like, man, I started watching like late 90s, early 2000s on Toonami. And man, I just hate the legend is gone, man. He passed away on March the 1st. And it's really the reason why I'm posting this right now. I'm putting this video up because this show really meant a lot to me. And it's really sad to see your heroes go, man, to pass on. You know, I know we all got to die someday, but man, it hurt. It broke my heart, man. Like, seeing him, man, may he rest in peace, man. I hope he find his place in heaven, man, because he was great, man. But next, I got Simba, the adult Simba from Lion King. Yeah, I remember when I drew this. I was heavy into using color pencils at the time. This is before I started using just straight up pen. Every time I draw now, I just use pen most of the time when you see me post. But yeah, that was a legendary movie. The Lion King. I like the whole circle of life. I can't really sing, but you know, yeah, it was hot. Just say that, like, you know, everybody know about the Lion King. Lion King 1.5 and Lion King 2. I didn't really like the second movie, but the first one was hot. Yeah. And the next one is Minato from Naruto. It's his father, the Yellow Flash. He's supposed to be like the fastest ninja. And he was the fourth Hokage, very powerful. I believe he was the first to do the Rasengan. He was just cool, always cool to me. Like I like when him and Killer Bee was fighting in the anime and in the manga. That was so cool to me. Like how he could teleport and he protected the village and really sacrificed himself to protect Naruto. Well, him and his mom. And man, it was, yeah. He was always really cool to me. And let me see. Next. My favorite movie of all time. Animated movie. Spirited Away. I know Chihiro, her arms are a little long in this picture, but yeah. Man, this show brings back so many memories. Like, I used to just watch it over and over and over. I still watch it to this day. Like, that's how impactful it was on my life. Like, it's like unbeatable. Like, they don't make anime like this no more. Like, you can't touch Spirit Away. Like, Chihiro and Haku, and he found out his name was the spirit of the Kohaku River, and he was actually a dragon all along. And Yubaba had put a curse on him, and yeah, this show was insane, man. Like, it's got so much replay value. There's so many mysteries in it still, like the whole bathhouse situation and all of that. Yeah, this show was dope. It'll always have a special place in my heart. Next we have, I want to say his name was Kirito. From Sword Art Online. I ain't watched in so long, but I think in the game he was like a girl or something. I don't really remember. Please don't roast me, y'all. I don't really keep up with it like that, but yeah. It was something. The premise was something like that, but yeah. I thought the show was pretty cool. I didn't really watch much of it though. I didn't even watch the whole first season, I don't think. Yeah. I'm gonna have to get back into it though. but I know they would go into this virtual world, and they could like actually die in the game. That's what made like the big twist for me. Like, you know, you could die in the game and it kill you in real life. So that was crazy to me. Next we have, let me see. This is the, it's not the Reverse Flash. It's, what's his name? Wally or something like that. Yeah, don't quote me on that. I am a DC fan. Like, Flash used to be my favorite superhero. Now it's Batman, but yeah. I just, I forgot his name. But yeah. Yeah. That was pretty cool. I like the yellow detailing I did. And the red lightning bolt. This is, I want to say, she's from Tekken. This is Jin's mother. Is it Kasumi? Something like that. She taught him the Kazama style. June Kazama. Yeah, she taught him Kazama style karate. And I think he learned the other style from the Mishima style from Heihachi. I'm a big fan of Tekken. I've been playing Tekken since Tekken 3. Greatest fighting game of all time, hands down, for me. You know, Soul Calibur, Street Fighter, they're up there, but they ain't got nothing on Tekken. I still want to get Tekken 8. Man, that game looks crazy. I really want to play it. I just been watching like on Twitch and YouTube, different people playing it, but it looks pretty fun. This is Eureka from Eureka 7. She was like an alien, I remember. It's been years since I watched this, so my memory's not really fresh, but yeah. This show was cool to me. It had like mechs and stuff. It had a lot of mystery to it. I always liked her design, like, you know, the blue hair and the, you know, the eyes and the way it was drawn. It was very unique to me. Next is Ryu Hayabusa from Ninja Gaiden. Some of the hardest games I've ever played. I used to play Ninja Gaiden Sigma on the PlayStation 3. A guy that lived up the road from me had one. I live in the country, so it's like a dirt road. And I used to, when I didn't have a PlayStation 3, I would go to his house to play his. And this is the game I always would play. The first boss, I beat him. He was really hard. He fought with like nunchucks. I forgot his name, but he whooped me so bad. But I kept trying until I beat him, and I made it to the second level. And I think I quit after that because that game was just too hard for me. Years later, when I got me a PlayStation 3, I bought Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. And that one was really fun. I beat that. I beat the whole thing. And you could play with, I think you could play with Kasumi, Ayane, and Momiji after the end game. Like, they had their own modes, their own levels. I want to say Supergirl. It was just a sketch. Oh, the Blue Beetle, man. I remember him. DC Comics, of course. He had the Scarab Beetle that took over his body, but he could still like had control. I still haven't seen the live action movies yet. Yeah. My favorite color is blue, so that's why I like the Blue Beetle. I know it's cliche, but yeah, he's cool. Rocket the Raccoon. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. I still want to see the third movie. I went to the movies to see the first two when they first dropped. Very great movies. I want all three of them on DVD when they drop them as a pack together. I'm buying it day one, like as soon as they drop. I'm gonna find it on Amazon. But yeah, he's like a wisecracking raccoon. Always like smart aleck. Always got something to say. You know, like he's one of my favorites from the show. I like Star-Lord too, and Gamora. Yeah, I like how they travel the galaxy on different adventures and stuff. They stay in trouble. This is, I believe her name was Raruka from Bleach. I remember when I drew this. The shading was crazy. Yeah, I still can't believe I drew this. This is one of them ones. Like I couldn't believe I sketched that. Just from looking at a picture and copy it down, I always call myself like a human printer, you know, how I'm able to repeat what I see. But sometimes I draw stuff out of my head. And I just love art, this period. Like, yeah, her design was always cool to me. Next, we have, what's his name? He's from Soul Eater. Another anime that I really liked. I haven't watched it in years. It was really good, though. You can say his name in the comments. I forgot his name. My memory it comes and goes, man. But yeah, I really liked this anime. The art style was immaculate, very cartoony like, but it had a little bit of realism. I really liked it. Like, it was interesting. Next, we have Kabuto, which, fun fact, it means helmet in Japanese. Yeah. I used to read kanji and stuff like that. He was a snake, of course. He was Orochimaru's right-hand man. I remember that. He would do anything for the cause, always experimenting on people, finding out forbidden jutsus and stuff like that. And by the way, I'm a big Naruto fan, but I hate Boruto. After Shippuden, they lost me. The animation in Boruto sucks. I don't know how it is now, but when it first started, terrible, man, terrible. Couldn't watch it, man. Shoot. But yeah, he was cool. I think he got frozen in time by the Tsukuyomi, and he just was like doing stuff over and over. That's the last I seen of him. But yeah, I like the way I sketched it. Like the shading is crazy. This is 2015 now. Like, I feel like, and I wasn't even at my peak then, but I was drawing amazing for the time, you know. And this is from Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I really like the story. How his body got trapped, his soul got trapped in the armor. It was basically like cursed, and they mom, and it was just it's a messed up story. I really liked it though, how lust and all of them was based off the 7 deadly sins. Yeah, it was a really good show. I really enjoyed it. The Eldrick brothers. Yeah, this is Alphonse Elric, the younger brother, but he was always bigger, excuse me, in the armor. He was always taller than his brother. Here's Sasuke using the Mangekyo Sharingan. I think this is the one he could look at you and it would make black flames and they would like burn, like no matter what, until you like cut the limb off that he used it on, that he used his technique on. I always liked Sasuke. He was an edgelord. Here's Kirito again from Sword Art Online. I remember the day I drew this, like, I forgot what I was doing, but I like the shading. The darks and the lights, the way I shaded it. Here's Ryuko from Kill la Kill. I love this show. It was really good. Very crazy. I want to say this is the same one that made Fooly Cooley. The animation was all over the place, like very unique. Yeah, very unique. I really liked it. It was, yeah, like insane. I used to watch it all the time on Toonami. And she would fight with, I want to say they was from like a pair of scissors or something. Her blade. Oh, and here is Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan. I still haven't watched all of it. I've seen bits and pieces. I know it's a big fan base, and please don't get at me in the comments, but yeah, show is crazy. Those Titans, they just be eating people, and it's so deep. Like the plot is like crazy, like it's insane. Next we have L from Death Note. I have a book of Death Note. I'm gonna have to show y'all one day. It's like a big black book, and like, yeah, I know in the story he writes people's name down and they like die. He writes them in his book and it kills them. There goes L again. I really like the shading on this one. I like the mask. And he's got like he's chewing on a lollipop. Here's Lord Shishomaru from Inuyasha. That show is really deep and really long. Almost like One Piece. Like, it just keeps going and going and going. It's really good. It's a classic. You gotta see it. If you haven't watched Inuyasha yet, what are you waiting on? Like, it's a big classic. Super Saiyan 4 Goku from Dragon Ball GT. This show gets a lot of hate, but I actually liked it. I liked the Giru, even though he was annoying. Pan and Trunks, they were cool, you know. I wish we could see more of Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I feel like he didn't get enough screen time, enough shine. I also like when him and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta fuse together and make, you know, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna end the video right here. This last one is Pocahontas. There's more to this book, but I'll show you the rest later. Thanks for whoever who tuned in and watched, and I'll be back with another video real soon. Bye-bye.